get this evening started on a festive note. We're going to start with an upbeat Hey Venu Shalom Alechem and Hine Matov, which you'll find in order on top of page 644. Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom, Hey Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom, Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hey Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom, Hey Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom, Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hey Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom, Hey Venu Shalom Alechem, Alechem Hey Venu, Alechem Hey Venu, Alechem Hey Venu Shalom.
Doing the other one. That's okay. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos to all of you. It's nice to see you at the end of a beautiful week. I know many of you are here from out of town. Would you raise your hand if you're not from Napa? Okay, quite a few. How about if you're not from California? A few. Okay, I wonder what you're here for. We are here not only to celebrate Shabbat, but the Bat Mitzvah weekend of Eva Kaufman. So Mazal Tov in advance to Rick and Jennifer and Jonas, who was here a couple of years ago doing the same thing. And a special Shabbat Shalom welcome to all of you who are at CBS for the first time. There have been a lot of events in the news this week, including yesterday. We have a new pope, and as most of us know, the Jewish people have a very complicated and often problematic history with the Catholic Church. But I have to say I agree with the decision yesterday. Not only do we have an American pope, but we have a pope from my hometown, Chicago. The only problem that I have with this particular pope is that he's a White Sox fan. And we all know that if you're a real Chicagoan, you root for the Cubs. But I wish him well. I hope he does a good job. And I hope that we have better relations in the years ahead with the Catholic community. So we're going to start our Shabbat service by inviting up Eva and Jonas and Jennifer and Rick to light our Shabbat candles. And if you want to follow along, please turn to page 120. Yeah, right now.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. And Eva, come on up. As Eva joins the two of us at the Bima, I ask you to turn to page 142. Gordon opened up with a song about peace, Hevenu Shalom Alechem. So let's reinforce that message of peace that we all need so desperately in this world. And we're going to do it with a 400-year-old song called Shalom Alechem, page 142.
Shalom Alechem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sechem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
The Chatzi Kaddish is on page 144.
Yitkada v'yitkada shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach Yerutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uv'yomechon Uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uv'izman kahariv V'imeru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach La'olam u'l'olmei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalav Shemei dekudasha barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yama v'imeru. Amen.
Our call to worship, the Baruch Hu, is on page 146. If you are able, please rise.
Lai la la lai 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 lai. Lai la la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la la lai 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 lai. Lai la lai 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 lai. Lai la la lai 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 lai.
standing and join me at the top of page 149 in English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Okay, this is you.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך וחיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם ליהו על ידך, וחיו לטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 157. Standing on the ported shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. We continue with Micha Mocha on page 158.
Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha ne'edar ba'kodesh, Nora tehilo. Fele, Malachutcha uvanecha, Bokeh ayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam, Zeli anu v'amru, Adonai yimlo le'olam va'ed. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha ne'edar ba'kodesh.
Please join us at the top of page 161. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. L'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. L'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we make with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
We continue on page 164, and this series of prayers, part of the Amidah, Eva knows very, very well because she has often stood in front of our religious school and helped to lead them every single Sunday morning that we meet. So again, if you are able, please rise for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Ha'gadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Ha'akol, V'zoher Hasdei Avot v'Imachot, Umevi Glulav Livneihem, L'man Shmo v'Yachava, Melech Hoser U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Melech Abraham Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor L'olam Adonai, Melech HaKol Atah Rav L'Choshia. Machal Chaim b'Chesed, Machayei HaKol b'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Novim v'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umakayem emunato lishe nefar michamocha ba'al gevurot umidot melach melech me'mid umakayem umatzmiach Yeshua Eman atalecha heyod hakol Baruch atah Adonai Machaye hakol Atah kadosh Merenu kadosh Ukadoshim b'chol yom Chaluch chosela Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el ha'adosh
Page 178. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. 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 Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. V'tov b'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם.
At this point in our Shabbat service, we pause to think of those in need of healing on this day. Healing of body, healing of spirit, healing of heart. And we ask God to bestow the bracha, the blessing of refuah shlema, full and complete healing on the following men and women from our community or those known and loved by our congregation. Ilana Massey, Kevin Brackett, Michelle Comisia, Kirk Whitlatch, Kathy Rotto, Aaron Ludden, Rachel Sodick, Michaela Cohen, Tracy Adams, Joan Wilmert, Kim Stevens, James Lynch, Don Copeland, Nancy Pollock, Pat Shapiro, Denise Robinson, Rachel Friedman, Paula Schwartz-Purville, Marty Spitz, Farah Garber, Judy Feiner, Angel Lozano, Megan Kirschbaum, Alianza Chavez, and Ralph Garber. And if anyone has a name they'd like to add to our healing list, I invite you to please share it with us. The Misha Berach prayer is on 511.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos once again, and a special Shabbat welcome to all of you who are new or visiting our congregation. And thank you, Eva. You got a little taste of what she's going to be doing tomorrow morning. Great job. The Torah portion for this particular Shabbat is actually a double Torah portion. It's called Acharei Mot Kedoshim. And Eva's going to be reading from it and talking about it tomorrow morning. She's actually talking about the very first part of it, Acharei Mot. But it's a double or a combined Torah portion, which makes it filled with a great deal of rich source material to draw from. Yet each of these double Torah portions can stand on its own. Acharei Mot, the one that Eva is going to be reading from tomorrow, focuses primarily on the various rituals, practices, and ancient sacrifices surrounding Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, as well as on the theme of spiritual purification. While Kedoshim, the second part of this double Torah portion, focuses instead on the concept of holiness, known perhaps best for its famous verse. This is from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 2, that goes as follows: "Speak to the entire household of the children of Israel, and say unto them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." A very, very important and very famous verse. Now, there is, of course, a relationship and an interconnection between these two Torah portions, since one of the primary goals of Yom Kippur is striving to become a holy person and to help construct a holy community. In a way, this double Parsha, this double Torah portion, is a kind of manual of moral and spiritual instruction, a guidebook to help us, even today, all these millennia later, observe both ethical and ritual laws in the pursuit of a better, more just society. Ancient Israelites had just as much of a problem as we do in terms of creating a just and equitable community. Now, in Hebrew, law can be read as a rough translation of Torah. The implication being that our life's work as Jews and the path that will lead us on our journeys is one with a single yet challenging objective: the purification of our souls in order to create a holy world. The Torah is not just a simple book of rules, but a roadmap to personal and global redemption. Now, I want to give you 3 questions to think about on this Shabbat. You can think about them tonight. You can think about them tomorrow morning, of course, not while Eva is reading or speaking. But I want you to think about these, and I'm not going to offer answers tonight. Judaism is a religion, unlike some others, that doesn't offer dogma and doctrine. It offers us an opportunity for dialogue and debate. So I'm not going to answer these questions, but I'm going to give them to you to think about this weekend. The first question is, we find in this first Torah portion, Acharei Mot, the very first mention of the idea of a scapegoat. It appears for the very first time in this Torah portion. And the question is, what do you think, as a contemporary Jew, of the ancient practice of placing the sins of the community on an animal? Literally, it was a goat. And then sending it off into the wilderness to atone for us. Shouldn't we be responsible for our own sins and mistakes? Or is the metaphor of the scapegoat still a viable one? Namely, that we often need the help of an outside force to bear the weight of our imperfections and transgressions. The second question I want you to think about is the following: what does it mean to act like God and be holy? After all, I cited that famous verse, "You shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy." What does that mean? What do you think the verse means when it asks us to mirror God's behavior? Does it mean that we should be moral like God? Does it mean we should be creative like God? After all, God is the creator of all things. Or does it mean we should be compassionate and loving like God, as God is often described in the Hebrew Bible? What does the concept of Kedusha, of holiness, mean to you? And then finally, the third question I want to leave you with tonight is that many of us are uncomfortable being told what to do, especially those of us who live, like we all do in the modern age. We don't like orders from others, and we usually ignore or dismiss them. Yet Judaism, classical Judaism, tells us that it is precisely through the observance of God's rules and laws that we will purify our souls and heal our very broken world. How do we reconcile this conflict between not wanting to listen to orders and between hearing from our tradition that it is through the observance of God's commands that we find redemption in our own souls and in the wider world? Now, these are some questions and ideas that I'd like you to ponder over the weekend, as others have pondered over the centuries. And as I said, I don't have answers for you to these questions. I don't have answers tonight. I don't necessarily have answers in the years ahead, but I encourage you to keep asking these questions. Because again, Judaism is not about doctrine and dogma. It is about dialogue and debate. And it is a religion that allows us to question, even encourages us to question. And my job as a rabbi oftentimes, I think, is just to help us ask questions, hopefully in better and better ways as we get older and as we struggle with the tradition as we get more mature. Really part of what it means to become a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah. So I hope you will think about these, and I hope I gave you a little food for thought this weekend. We are going to continue on page 586 with the Aleinu, and I'd like to ask you to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא עשנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Before we turn to our announcements, I'd like to ask you to turn back to page 552, and let's read together a prayer for the state and the people of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. It is my honor and privilege now to invite up board member Cynthia Cohen, who's going to share some important announcements with all of us tonight.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Share in the simchas. We will be celebrating the bat mitzvah of Eva Kaufman tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m., and we'll celebrate the bar mitzvah of Elliot Maluso on May 17th. There's no religious school on May 11th or May 25th. Happy Mother's Day and Memorial Day. Please RSVP to Mara if you will be attending the religious school field trip to Sonoma on May 18th. This month's movie screening of The Princess Bride will be at 6 p.m. on May 12th. Jewish tie-ins from the movie will be discussed. Please register whether you will be eating or not so we can prepare accordingly. Calling all yogis. Amy Hall will be leading chair yoga on May 15th at 11 a.m., mat yoga on May 15th and 29th at 6 p.m. Please register online. See Amy, who's just there she is, if you have questions about which class you should take. Saturday, May 31st, CBS presents Create Our Future, an art fair and fundraiser to benefit CBS youth. Register online. There's a discounted registration rate of $36. It goes up to $45 after May 20th. Come out to see beautiful artwork that is available for purchase. Part of those proceeds will go to our fundraiser, and we will have auction items to include artwork as well as many other items, experiences, stays in people's homes in Tahoe, in Mexico, et cetera. So truly, this is our biggest auction. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and this group tends to register late, and we do have about 40 people registered, which is great, but I truly encourage you all to come. I thought I would just shed some light on exactly what I mean when I say it's a fundraiser for our kids. $400, for example, pays for 1 week of camp for one member's child, including aftercare. $600 to $800 pays for 1 year of religious school for one member's child, depending on the age. $250 covers one Shor Hashim music session. It goes to the Purim Carnival expenses, Yom Ha'atzmaut expenses, teen activities such as bowling and the escape room, Hebrew High with dynamic lessons, religious school curriculum and project materials, camp project and activity materials, and additional fees associated with B'nai Mitzvahs. So I truly hope you will all register, and I look forward to seeing you there. There will be a meeting of the Soul Sisters on Tuesday, May 20th at 10:30 a.m. Registration is open for Camp Chavarim, which will run from June 23rd to July 3rd. CBS will receive 80% of the sale price of any vehicle donated, and you don't have to live in Napa to participate, so please tell your friends and family. The most recent CBS newsletter with information on all temple events is available by clicking the link on the CBS homepage. And a flyer for the upcoming events can be found in the lobby. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by the Kaufman family, thank you so much, in honor of Eva's bat mitzvah. We'd like to give warm wishes to this week's birthdays and anniversaries. They are Bill Vermeer, Meredith Cutler, Timothy Krause, Mike Reindow, Nathan Edwards, Lisa Lombardi, Harriet Lehman, Charla Ranganum, and Dana Simon. Thank you.
As we reach the end of our service, our thoughts turn now to those who are no longer with us, those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We remember those who have died during the past year. Dee Copeland, Dr. Rodney Block, Eileen Gotkin, Eugene DePasqua, Barbara Balick, Debbie Mendelson, Peter Laband, Michael Blend, Renee Marer, William Powell Hudson, David Folkman, David Ash, Diane Gallagher, Elizabeth Foster, Diane Rado Persile, Lynn Posner, Shiri Bibas, Ariel Bibas, Sharon Meyer Fuller, Wolfgang Schechter, Itzhak Algarat, Tsachi Idan, Ohad Yachalomi, Shlomo Mansour, Oded Lifshitz, Yamina Abitan, Fran Dannon, Yvette Abitan, and Barbara Gardner. We also remember and honor the Yartzites, the anniversaries of the deaths of Frank Glickman, Helen Spitz, Frank Pivolilo, Bernard Wine, Leona Padrid, Miriam Ilian Krajnowski, Anne Dines Pesses, Julius Krohn, Arnold B. Shacknow, Alvin Lee Block, Fred Rosenthal, Minnie Shostak, Fred Rosenthal, Ian Miller, Hazan Yehuda Keller, and Bruce Jeffrey Cohen. And if you have a name that you'd like to add, I invite you to please share it with us. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Please rise. Yit Gadal Viet Kadash Me Rabba Be'alma Divra Chirte V'yamlich Malchute B'chayechon V'yomechon Uv'chaye Decho Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehe Shme Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Ulamei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha B'richu La'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Damiran Be'alma V'imru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the source of peace grant peace to all those in mourning and comfort to all those who are bereaved. And let us all say Amen. Please be seated. Before I invite Eva back up and before we do the Kiddush and Motzi together, we're going to turn to our final song.
643. I think I was just saying what time it was, Effie, so. It's almost 6. Top page. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'imatunai ose shamayim ba'aretz. Ezri me'imatunai ose shamayim ba'aretz. Esa'enai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esa'enai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Esa'enai el harim me'ayin yavo ezri. Esa'enai harim me'ayin yavo ezri.
Eva, would you come back up? And would everyone else please rise? We're going to start with the Kiddush, so Eva, would you hold this up? And I'm going to have you get us started. You ready? And everyone feel free to join.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Amen.
L'chaim. Now, I have gotten to know your mom and dad, Eva, over the years, and they are wonderful parents, but at least in my assessment, they're very different from one another. Jennifer is a little more subtle and subdued. Your dad is a little bit larger than life and tends to do things in a big way, even though you're not from Texas, right? And so it's not a surprise that the challah we're about to bless is pretty big. So would you hold this for us, if you can? I'll hold it with you. And let's all do the motzi together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom.